Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Odd Hour, an odd hour where we share odd stories about our lives. I'm Evan.
And I'm Henry. Today in the studio, we have tasked our Chief Creative Officer, Sarah, to give a 13-question survey to our significant other, and we do not know what, number one, the questions are.
Or the answers.
Yeah.
So I will be reading off Henry's significant other's answers.
Alina.
And Henry will be reading off my significant other's answers.
Julie.
Right. So it's going to be an interesting one. We chose this for the first episode just so you guys as our audience, if anyone new is showing up, you can get to know a little bit more about us. And it's a little embarrassing and a little quirky for our first episode. We're glad you guys are here. Welcome.
But first, I got something to talk about.
Talk about it, Henry.
Speaking of stuff that is about us, I am terrible with introductions.
Yeah.
To people.
But, okay, so like
because
first time meeting somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a fundamental inability to understand that because I know two people, it does not mean that they know each other.
Right.
I can't do it.
That was like when Alina brought you around for the first time. Not that I didn't know who you were. Like we had interacted, but Alina was like, "This is my boyfriend," you know what I mean? And like, "Oh, I remember him from high school," but I just know of him. Like
he also exists in the same building as me, and that's what matters right now.
Yeah.
that's all that matters. But I swear to God, every single time that I have brought Alina to a family reunion, that I have introduced a friend to Alina, like anything, and not just Alina, it can be my parents, it can be you, it can be Julie, it can be Sarah, it can be anybody else who works for the company. It can be Jared, Amanda, it can be Jackson, like anybody else who works for me. If I am introducing you to another human being, I suck.
hey, this is Sarah. She
I don't even do that.
Sarah, what do you do again?
I don't even do that. I literally walk up to them and I'm just like, nothing. Zero. It's silent. Like, I don't think you understand how terrible I am at doing this.
I don't get to introduce people often, but when I'm being introduced to somebody new, I have a hard time making that initial eye contact.
Yeah.
So I just kind of look like an idiot, like with my head down. I'm like, "Oh, hey, like how you doing?" Like you know that trick where they say like stare at the center of like someone's forehead or like right between the eyebrows?
Sales technique.
Yeah.
You stare at the beginning of the
like
ass.
I have to remind myself to do that because I'm like I'm staring at the floor right now and this person's talking, having a whole conversation with me, and like I don't want to be disrespectful, I don't want to be mean, but
yeah.
I get so embarrassed and self-conscious about myself because like first impressions are everything, you know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Oh my God, 100%.
And it's you don't want to mess up, but you end up overthinking to the point that you're just somewhere else.
You're you just freeze.
And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I know you've been talking to me for the last 2 minutes, but I've been staring at the floor and I don't remember what your name is. Can we start over?"
Dude, speaking of staring, how many times do you stare people in the eyes versus do you stare them in the mouth? I feel like I stare at you in the mouth the whole time you were just talking.
I get uncomfortable when I stare people in the mouth, personally.
Why?
So when I was growing up, I had really bad teeth.
Okay.
And like whenever I notice somebody like staring at me, like my first thought is like, "Oh, I hope they like don't notice my teeth." Like I've had surgeries, like I've had my teeth fixed and all this stuff, and it's not nearly as bad as it used to be anymore. But it's one of those self-conscious things that has stayed with me. Yeah. And I always wonder that. I'm like, do they think like I have bad teeth? Like I used to be able to fit like a quarter and a penny between my two front teeth.
Jesus.
It was bad. I have like a permanent bar that's like glued to the inside.
Oh, so you've had like surgery. You're not just talking about.
Yeah,
like,
I had braces for like 6 years. I had retainers for like another 4 years after that, and then once all of that didn't work, they were like, "Screw it, we're gonna glue it in. It's never gonna come out.
We're literally gonna screw it."
Yeah. So it was like, yeah. But I get self-conscious about it. So when I notice someone's like staring me in the mouth, I'm like, are they looking at my teeth right now? Like,
No. I know, but like, where are you looking when I'm talking?
I look at like the bridge of the nose.
Bridge of the nose?
Yeah.
I'm a mouth starer. I'm sorry.
And that's fine. I know you. Like, we're friends.
That's fair.
I'm not meeting you for the first time. You know what I mean?
True.
I understand that you're not sitting here just judging me. I mean, you might be, but
judging
besides
your teeth.
the point, yeah.
Like I'm not immediately just like, It's like, Evan, I know that I've known you for, over a year or so. And
Your fucking mouth is ugly. You are one ugly dude. You know that?
you just, you look like a potato and the spuds grew white. Like
You're right.
I feel like every single person that I have met in college looks at me in the mouth, and I want to know if that's something that other people do. Comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Comment down below if you do that.
Yeah, are you a mouth or a nose stare? Where do you go? What do you
Or
looking
the
at?
eyes.
Are you a psychopath? Do you stare at people with wide open eyes while they sleep
Sometimes I do.
in their homes?
Not the sleep part.
Do you break in and stare at people while they sleep? What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Dave. you
That
cyclops.
Dave out there. Was he got one eye?
Yeah.
Screw you, Dave. Get out of here.
Because then you really know where he's looking. Like some of these cross-eyed
no people. How many people are you staring at that are stuck cross-eyed?
couple. Or they got that one trailer. I got the trailer sometimes. Nicole has a trailer.
Our Nicole?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Every once in a while. No. She does it on purpose.
Oh, she can do it on command.
Yeah. But I think we've all been in contact. I've probably been this person of we've been in contact with somebody with a trailer, and by a trailer I mean
an eye that drifts.
Yeah, and I just drip
Like
during the conversation.
It's called a lazy eye. Really.
I don't like that term.
I work with somebody who has a lazy eye, and it can be off-putting. My old swim coach had a fake eye, and it didn't always sit straight, so it would kind of.
How do you swim with that? Did he take it out to swim?
It was a she, and I'm not sure. I never actually saw her swim. She was just the swim coach.
What? I guess you really never see swim coaches swim.
I mean, do you see football players, like coaches playing football?
Usually throwing it at least.
Yeah, but they have special coaches for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fair point. No, you don't really see a coach play the sport.
I mean, they might do like a demonstration. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a 2 second.
This is what I'm looking for. You know what I do this. But I mean, they're not doing scrimmages or running laps with you. You know, they're there to watch you and show you what you're doing wrong and tell you how to fix it. They're not there to compete. You know what I mean? Hopefully, if you have a good coach, their competing days are done. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Do you think that you would respect a coach more or less if they were always running laps with you, like before practice?
More.
Why is that?
I think it just shows dedication. It shows passion, but more, it shows that they're active and they're engaged and they care about. I think that builds kind of camaraderie. You know what I mean? There's a certain bonding power in suffering. You know, when you suffer together, you grow closer.
Yeah, I guess so.
We say that at work all the time. It's like, hey, we suffer together. You know what I mean? It's like it genuinely brings you closer.
It does. It does. It's the type of, oh God, what is it called? It's literally called something. There's some sort of word.
I know
for
what you're
it.
talking about. I can't put my finger on it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's one of those words that it was of German origin because everything harsh is German
we're
origin.
Thinking of two different words.
No, I don't think we are.
I think we might be.
Because it's like German origin, and then we took it and we were like, it's trauma bonding. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
like how the there's an Office clip where it's like, I think Dwight says the word Perfektenschlag, where it either means like the perfect day or something, or perfect pork anus, varying on the context of everything.
I would like to abstain from speaking about pork anus.
Okay, well then let's just get into it.
Sure.
Let's get into it.
I'm down. All right. So, Henry,
Yes.
if the people are liking what they're hearing and they want more, they should go to patreon.com/pixelperfectpatreon and get another odd half hour for $1 a month.
$1 a month.
$1 a month.
Beautiful. And what was that link one more time, Evan?
It is patreon.com/pixelperfectpatreon.
And what was that price per month?
$1 a month for an extra half hour of the odd hour.
Every time we post. Now, on to the main topic. As I said during the intro, we got our chief creative officer, Sarah to write out 13 questions and give it to our significant others behind our backs.
My 13 reasons why.
Oh no, Evan. It's my thing. Oh no. But that being said, this is the first time that we, number one, will be hearing our own significant others' answers, but also be hearing the questions that they were asked in the first place.
Did Sarah write these questions?
Yes.
Okay, so
She
you weren't
wrote all the
involved in this
questions.
process at all, other than coming up with the premise.
I came up with the premise. I asked her to do it. 2 days later, she had emailed our girlfriends.
Okay, so this is
Because her turnaround time is inhuman. It's amazing.
so
It's amazing.
is it the same 13 questions?
I believe it. I actually don't know.
All right, I'm gonna read my first question, then you read your first question.
Okay.
So
All right.
my first question is, what is something that is quintessentially your boyfriend?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay, so it's the same
questions.
questions.
Okay. All right. So what's the answer to that question? Or should I answer first?
I think you should tell me what you think it is. What is quintessentially you, Henry?
Oh God. What I think she's gonna mention something about either my heart or my eyes.
No.
Okay.
She mentions
What is-
personality traits, but your eyes and heart are not specified. I'm going to give you one more guess, and I'm going to tell you what she said.
Okay. Maybe that I am a caring. I would hope that she would say that I'm a
Okay.
caring person.
Caring is the first word she used.
Okay. What are the rest of the words?
All right, so quintessentially Henry, according to his SO, a caring, selfless man who loves anything film, theater, or YouTube, loves making new friends, both human and critter, big softy.
All right. I'll take that. Felt good.
Also, just so you know, I'm not looking at any of the other questions.
Neither am I.
I'm just looking at the one that I have here.
I'm also trying to do that.
Terrific.
That's a really good idea. He's like folded over the bottom of the paper to like only see that. That's really cool.
I want to keep it genuine, you know?
Okay, what is something that is quintessentially your boyfriend? What do you think, Julie?
She
said?
had to have mentioned video games.
You're not wrong.
Did she mention my butt?
No.
Okay.
You get one more guess.
Something empathy or sympathy.
Okay, so there's 5 emojis for a game controller. It says gamer, and then there's 5 more emojis for a game controller.
That's a little much, Julie. Thank you.
I feel like we've started understanding what we're in for.
All right. So is that it?
That's it. Gamer.
Only quintessential thing that she put for me was
Gamer.
video game emojis.
Gamer. And the word game in all caps. Like, I'm talking all caps gamer. All caps gamer.
I'm gonna have to tell her what Alina wrote, and she's gonna feel real bad about
I know.
that one.
But she, you know what? Sarah gave her another chance. In the next question, if you could sum up your boyfriend in 3 words, what would they be? What do you think that Julie said?
Loving, respectful, and caring.
I'll give you 3 more words
Damn, none of those are on there.
to guess.
Big fat ass. No.
You do have a nice little dumper back there. Let's see. 3.
Cute.
Okay. Cute. What else?
Did I say respectful the first time?
No, you didn't. I don't think.
Cute, respectful, and passionate.
Okay. What she wrote was a goofball,
Of course.
sweet,
I'll take it.
and persevering.
Persevering. You know
What do you think that means?
what do I think perseverance means?
Like, in terms of you, what have you persevered through that she would be recognizing?
I mean, like we did long distance for 3 years, so probably that. And then we both took the leap of faith and moved out of our parents' house, moved in together, got new jobs, she's going to school, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you guys really did go from like 0 to 8
we're
trillion.
just doing the whole life thing, but we like just started.
Yeah.
So.
I think you're doing a pretty good job, honestly.
For now. I mean, we're only a year in, you know.
All right.
See. Moving on. Question 2 for you, Henry.
Yes.
What 3 words do you think Alina used to describe you?
Funny, kind, and patient.
I'll give you 3 more words.
None of them are on there.
No.
All right. Loving. I'm just guessing what I hope she would put.
That's what I'm doing.
Let me be very clear. I'm just guessing what I'm not just like, well, here's 3 things about me.
I'm just saying what I genuinely hope is on that paper. Yeah.
Okay, loving, respectful, and caring.
Okay, so you're wrong on all accounts.
All right, cool. What are the 3?
Selfless, inspiring, and understanding.
Okay. Understanding and patient are kind of in the same vein, I think.
Oh, I'm just, you know, if you're in the same vein, I'm not going to give it to you. You need the wording.
No, yeah, no, I know. No,
all right.
No.
Question 3.
That's what I wanted. I think that. What were the 3?
Selfless, inspiring, and understanding.
Inspire. How am I inspiring?
She loves you, dude.
Do you know how I'm inspiring? Do I inspire you, Evan?
You just have that air about you. You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not just trying to say. Okay, let me be very clear.
Down, I think inspiring comes down to enthusiasm. You get very excited about something, and you're good at transferring that energy into other people.
I'll take that.
I think that's where the inspiring comes from.
I'll take that. You get more realistically excited about things. Like I'll present you a dream idea, and then you'll be like, "That's awesome," but.
So
it's very expensive. So let's just focus on like the normal stuff, and then we could like the camping idea. I wanted to do like this whole fucking thing, and you were just like, all right, so here's what you're very much a person who takes me, and you're like, Henry, you can have anything you want. You just can't have everything you want.
Yeah.
And you like rein me. I feel like that's good that we have a realist and a dreamer on the team.
Well, here's where my thing is, right? I feel like my emotional level, I sit like on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I am consistent, a flat line at like a 3.
Why is that?
Whereas I feel like most people jump. You know what I mean?
Me. I don't know.
I'm not calling you out.
I'm just like saying a solid 7.
Most people in general, right? Like they get really excited about something. They get really happy about something. Something bad happens. Maybe their day goes down. You know what I mean? They fluctuate.
Yeah.
I just sit at like a constant 3. Yeah. And I don't know why. I think it's just from years of, you know, living a certain way that I didn't want to. And it just kind of made me a realist, a pessimist, and I feel like it just kind of translates into I might not feel that way.
How are you living?
I mean, that's a conversation for off the podcast. Actually, you know, I don't think we've ever had that discussion. We really need to talk about that genuinely. I think it would give you more insight as to why I am the way I am.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe one day in the future we'll talk about it on the podcast, but for now we're going to move on to question 3.
All right, question 3.
What is your boyfriend's most attractive trait?
Okay.
Okay.
My eyes. Is it the eyes?
She doesn't mention the eyes.
Fuck.
But it's roped into her answer.
My face?
Also roped into your answer. So she said, other than being physically attractive, of course, he is incredibly funny and very romantic.
Okay. I'll take that. I feel like that's true at times. I feel like I try. So are you the type of person who like has a switch in your brain when you see your significant other of like romantic time? Like it switches on? Or like they're not feeling good and it switches off?
It just depends on the day, just like anything else. You know what I mean?
That's
If I worked my ass off all day, I did like an 11-hour or whatever.
Not a romantic.
And I come home,
day.
I'm just like, I just want to eat dinner and I want to sit on the couch and I just want to
Like cuddle and watch a movie.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you know,
But that's romantic.
if I could, yeah, if you come home, you have a good day and you want to canoodle a little, there's nothing wrong with some canoodling.
Yeah. I'm not talking about fucking. I'm just talking about
It's
like.
canoodling, okay?
Sorry, my bad.
Relax.
My bad. I'm not talking about canoodling. I'm talking about like on your way home from work, you're like, I'm gonna pick, well, a gluten-free muffin up or something. Because now that she's gluten-free.
I like to have those conversations with her before I do stuff like that. Instead, it's still a good enough surprise to be like, hey, I'm stopping on the way home. Like, what do you want? Like,
Yeah, it's fair.
I'm gonna get one of these things. Just because, like, Julie can be picky, and like I understand, like, she's got a certain diet and all that. So like, I don't want to just bring something home and she's like, I can't have this.
can't eat
and
that,
I'm only saying that because I've been there and I don't want to do it again. So yeah.
Yeah. I have a very select group of things that I know Alina, regardless of what mood that she's in, or pretty much if she's down.
Well, I used
has,
to,
like, those-
but my list has been obliterated.
Yeah.
It's been completely obliterated.
FODMAP is obliterated.
Yeah, it's completely obliterated everything. And I want to point out, you know, this diet she's not on by choice. It's doctor prescribed.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like it's everything that I had in my playbook is just out the window for food. So
No, I mean, also, it's like, here's the thing, right? Like, whether you're prescribed it or you're doing it by choice, the FODMAP diet is a nightmare.
well, it's an exclusionary diet. It's meant to cut out absolutely everything, so that way you can slowly add things back in.
Yeah, slowly work back your normal.
Right. So basically, just like a quick overview, FODMAP is basically the diet they put you on if like you're having IBS symptoms.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just meant to like cut everything out if you don't know what's like bothering you, so that way you can add back in and then kind of test. So it's pretty crazy, pretty restrictive. All right.
Question 3, would you like to guess what she put for you?
Most attractive trait. I'm
Most
gonna
attractive
say
trait.
my eyes or my hair.
So, I'm going to give you one more shot at that. Which, by the way, I do agree with you. That I think that you have very kind eyes.
Yeah, I get told that often.
Very
actually.
kind eyes. You have the type of eyes where I would expect you to sit me down and tell me a bedtime story if I came in and was like, I just had a bad night. You'd be like, okay, bud, sit down, get in your jammies.
You've literally come over my house before and took a nap on my couch and then left an hour later. Like,
Have I done that?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like on
shit,
my
I
way
did,
home from
yeah.
work, and you were like, "Hey, just to let you know, I'm gonna be at your apartment. Like, I had to drop my car off. I'm just gonna take like a quick nap. If I'm here when you get back, like, is that good?"
No. It's not when I had to drop my car off. It was when I fell asleep.
Wow, that's right.
Driving.
Yeah, you were like, "I need someplace to crash," and I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Like, I wasn't even home. You just like
I think Julie was home.
Julie was home, but I think she, I think you were leaving as I got back home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I tell all my friends, you can come over whenever.
Yeah.
I'll come pick you up if you need me to, like, whatever. My couch is always free, and I have an air mattress specifically for when people want to stay. Like,
And there's kind eyes. That's kind eyes, Evan. But she didn't put kind eyes. So what do you think? What do you think she put?
if it's not my eyes, it's not my hair.
It's not your ass.
I wasn't gonna say that.
All right. I just wanted to.
God, my lips.
It says he's caring, gentle giant.
I'll take that.
So I think it's just that the most attractive trait is that you take care of her.
I mean, I'm 6'1",
Like
and she's 5'4", so
Is she 5'5"? I thought she was 5'6".
no.
Alina's small.
Alina
That's all
is
I'm figuring out.
teeny, tiny. All right, let's keep going. Question 4. If your boyfriend could be any animal, what kind of animal would they be? Okay.
I think she's gonna guess
I think we probably both have the same answer. Not even gonna lie.
what? What do you think? No, wait. That's not how the game works.
No, you tell me.
I think she said cougar.
That's one of the two.
Is that one of the...
It's one of the two.
There's two? Okay.
So she said overall, he low-key looks like he could be a cougar, which I don't know if you look like an older mom or not, but she said personality-wise, you're something different.
Like a puppy dog.
I mean, she just said dog, but
A
yeah.
dog, yeah, okay.
I'm assuming Julie also said dog, either golden retriever or lab.
Neither.
Fox.
Yep. She said fox. He's a fox. And then wrote out an emoticon.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
All right. Question 5. My turn.
Interesting.
What fictional character is your boyfriend most like and why? Which do you wish he could be more like and why?
That's a big question.
That's crazy. I think that this is the first question where I genuinely have zero idea what she could have put. I'm gonna
Did Julie
relinquish the rest of my time.
Did Julie say something from Owl House?
No.
Did she put a Futurama character down?
No.
Is it an animated show?
Yes.
And it's not Owl House or Futurama?
No.
Weird.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It is objectively one of Julie's favorite shows.
Is it Steven from Steven Universe?
No. I'm going to give you
It
one
is
more guess.
objectively one of her favorite shows?
Yes.
And she's told you this?
Yes.
Oh. Is it Squidward?
No, it's not.
She literally said I was like Squidward yesterday.
I like how you were just like under this.
Is it SpongeBob?
No.
Because that is objectively one of her favorite shows.
No. Would you like to know the answer?
Yeah. Just tell me what it is.
Kyle from Fruits Basket.
Who?
He used to tease
Kyo or Kyo?
Kyo.
It's Kyo.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know the
telling me that
it's
answer?
a long answer.
Yeah. Okay, just go ahead.
He used to tease the shit out of me, but is now a sweetheart. He still teases me a little. I guess I wouldn't want him to be more like any other character in Fruits Basket. They're all incredibly emotional and dramatic, which is my traits. But Kyo is my favorite character.
When you said objectively one of Julie's favorite shows, you weren't wrong. That is definitely objectively one of her favorite shows. So what?
She just
question
doesn't talk about it a lot.
Well, we don't watch it a lot.
Yeah.
It was the show that she watched a lot in high school.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I guess if you said it was an anime, it would have either been Kyo from Fruits Basket or it would have been
See, but you didn't ask if it was an anime. You were like, "Is it animated?" I was like,
I know. I didn't go. I went too broad. It would have been that, or it would have been the main guy from Noragami, which I suddenly can't remember the name of.
Gyatso.
Yeah, that without the G.
Yato. Yeah.
You put a Z. Where did the Z come from?
Gyatso is the monk in Avatar: The Last Airbender that makes Aang loses himself. Monk Gyatso is the.
What if it was Avatar: The Last Airbender?
If you say but freaky, I'm going to cancel your life.
I was gonna say brain rot, but freaky works too.
Okay, what did Alina say?
That's for you to guess and for me to tell you.
I just said I didn't know.
Okay, so you want me to give you a little hint?
Is it an animated show?
No.
Oh no.
It's a live action show.
Live action show.
If you told me it was Julie's live action show, I would have said Friends.
Is it a TV show?
I mean, you watch it on your TV. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think so.
A TV show or a movie? I mean.
Oh, it's a show, not a movie.
Okay. I don't think.
I thought you were asking me if it was like on cable. I was like,
I don't think that. I literally don't know what show, like live action shows Alina's watched. She's never really shown me one.
I heard her talk about it the last time we all hung out.
God damn you, man. Oh God. It's not Friends.
Her, Julie, and Sierra all watch it.
Her, Julie, and Sierra. And it's live action.
I know you don't really know Sierra that well, so that doesn't help you, but
I know Sierra. It's a decent amount. I
will give you a hint.
Brother,
It's like Friends, but I haven't really seen it much. But it's like that group dynamic.
It's like Friends.
That's the last hint I'm
it's
going to
Schmidt
give
from
you.
New Girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it. He would probably be Schmidt from New Girl. In the later seasons, he becomes a deeply caring man for his wife and becomes even more driven in his passions. I don't really wish he was like any other character in New Girl because they're all relatively self-centered. Lol.
They're flawed. They're very flawed.
I've watched one episode of that show. I know nothing about it.
All right. Since you did 2 in a row, I'm
ahead.
doing 2 in a row now. If your boyfriend was locked in a room with only a hungry bear, would he make it out alive?
All right, so she either said no, or I made sweet, sweet love to the hungry bear, or I am the hungry bear.
All right.
Those are my guesses.
Is that... Do you want me to tell you now?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. He probably shit himself.
Yeah, definitely. That is absolutely what I would have, for sure.
All right.
Alina kind of bitched out on this answer, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, God. First off, don't call my girlfriend a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't call her a bitch. I just said she bitched
Her
out.
actions were bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so trapped in a hungry bear. Is she gonna say that I'm the hungry bear? No. All right. Is she gonna say that maybe I kissed the bear? No. Would I feed the bear? Would I offer my arm up as food for the bear? No. Those are my guesses. I don't know.
So actually, everything you're saying right now leads into her answer.
Oh, okay. So she said, like, am I going there?
She said yes and no. I think he would come up with this big elaborate plan to stay away from the bear, but a miscalculation occur. If any miscalculations occur, he'd just call it quits. So she was like, nah, he'd scheme it out, but I mean, if something went wrong, he'd just break down.
Give up.
He'd give his arm up for food.
All right. Question 7. Go.
Okay. What is the best thing your boyfriend could do for you?
Completely true, by the way. I would totally bitch out. If the second my plan didn't work, I'd be like, all right.
I mean, I haven't had a problem with any of these answers other than the first one where it was just gamer and a bunch of emojis. So far, it's all on point.
Yeah, she's going to be so upset when she hears this. She's going to, like, start crying. Like, if I know Julie, she's going to be like, I'm so sorry.
All right, anyway.
Okay, 7.
What is the best thing your boyfriend could do for you? I'm going to give you 2 guesses. And she has 2 answers, so you got good odds.
Is it some sort of surprise?
It is some sort of
Surprise me with flowers?
No.
Chocolates?
No.
Surprise me with canoodling?
No. All right. Get off the surprise part. Make one more guess.
Okay. Like, write her a song?
No. All right. She said, take me out on a surprise picnic or a couple's massage.
First off, picnic? Oh my God, where have these been all my life? I swear, dude, go on a picnic. What's going on with picnics? Why have we not made these more part of, like, everyday American life?
Well, I mean, we don't really have the greatest parks like where we live, honestly.
It's fair.
We have places we could go. I would go to the lighthouse, the one that's got the Coast Guard station by it down here. You know the one I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I would go there and have, like, a picnic on the rocks if it was a nice day. But, like, in terms of, like, parks, I don't want to say any of the names, but, like, I'm just not thrilled with a lot of the ones we have, like, near us.
Yeah, we got bad ones.
And I just don't feel like driving, like, 45 minutes to, like, a nice one in a neighboring state.
Yeah,
and
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
All right, so
picnic or couples massage? Dude,
now you have date ideas.
have you ever gotten a couples massage?
I've never gotten a massage in my life.
Give me those feet. Give me those. Come here.
No.
Give me those lips and feet.
I don't like my feet being touched. I would actually abstain from that.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you wanted to massage my gooch or taint.
This escalated past the point of my personal comfort.
I mean, there will be no booty flakes. So you'll be clean. I just feel like a nice taint rub would really solve a lot of problems between us, and a lot of the sexual tension would be gone.
This is the first time that we've been talking this whole time where you've looked me directly in the eyes.
Well, I want you to know that I'm
Bringing it back to
serious.
Okay. What is the best thing your boyfriend could do for you? What did your Jules say?
Is it something she wants, or did she describe something I've already done?
It's something that she wants.
Okay. Is it to go on a long walk?
It involves being inside, I believe.
You believe?
Yeah. You could technically do this outside, but it's more comfortable on a
I could
couch.
technically get naked and piss into the wind outside, but I can do that in my house.
Okay, this is the inside. Inside. What? Piss into the wind.
And it happens inside.
It's more comfortable inside.
Just overall cuddling at the end of the day.
Cuddling and doing what? It's doing one very, very important thing. Probably with something that she can no longer have.
Eating Ferrero Rocher.
What the fuck is that? What?
You don't know what a Ferrero Rocher is?
No.
It's the little chocolate hazelnut balls like that. They come wrapped in a gold wrapper.
Okay, so listen to me right here. Mm-hmm. You picked the right nut, but the wrong food.
Is it a hazelnut chocolate bar? The Lindt hazelnut chocolate bar?
It's not a chocolate bar.
Is it Nutella?
Cuddle and spoon feed me Nutella. That's what it says.
That is the answer I would expect her to pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's got a thing for Nutella.
So, question number 8. What is your idea of the perfect day with your boyfriend? What did Julie say?
The perfect date. The perfect date. Does it involve the beach?
No.
Okay. It has to involve being outside though. Yes. This one has to have an outside activity.
Yes, it has an outside.
Is longboarding involved?
No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, pissing into the wind is still up for grabs, but longboarding, no. You can't do no.
Listen, the goal is to pee into the wind and not get wet. Okay, perfect date idea.
What is this podcast? All right.
Walking down the bike path and then grabbing a treat on the way back.
Okay, first off, if you told that to Julie, she would probably like that more than this answer.
Okay. That doesn't help me.
But it's still wrong. Would you like to hear the
I
next
would.
one? Taking a walk around town and enjoying the life that surrounds us. And she put a little heart.
Very, very spiritual answer. We have been going on more walks around our neighborhood lately.
Have you? How's that been going?
It's been nice. It's been really nice. They're starting to put the lights up, like the Christmas lights.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently my neighborhood
Yeah.
is like a destination during Christmas time for like all the lights that get put up and everything. I didn't know that.
That's really nice. Haven't you spent Christmas there?
Yeah,
Last year?
but that was like we had just moved in and we didn't really spend a whole lot of time there around the holidays. Like we would be at my grandparents' house, her parents' house, like so yes and no. We spent Christmas there, but like not really.
That's fair. Yeah, you had like kind of a shut-in Christmas.
Pretty much. I mean, we had like nothing. Like,
Did you have a tree?
We had a little Charlie Brown tree that we bought on like the 23rd.
I think I remember that.
And it had like 3 tree branches on it, and it was like up to my knee. It was like so small, but it sat perfectly on our little hutch, and it just there it was 2 feet tall with 3 branches.
Was it magical though? Was it like there was
It was
something
special.
very
I will
special
never
about
forget it. I will never forget sitting on my couch and just looking at it in its pathetic glory.
Did you decorate it?
Yeah, we put like 3 ornaments on it and wrapped some lights around it. Yeah,
Like the around the tree branches?
uh-huh.
Why do I not remember?
We had like a little tree because you weren't coming over then.
Was I not?
I don't think so.
I feel like I was.
How long have you and Alina been dating?
Over a year.
Okay, so you two would have just started dating.
No, because we started dating in the summer.
I just don't think you were coming around then, to be honest. I don't remember that.
Okay.
Maybe you had just started. I don't know. But I know yeah, screw it. Anyway,
it's kind of weird. It was a very strange, and we'll talk about this in another episode, but it was a very, very strange dynamic of like being the new guy. Because I remember walking into this, just because we brought it up, I'm just going to talk about it. Because you brought up like when I came around.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I remember the first time that I really hung out with all you guys, and I just felt so much like I needed to make you guys like me so bad.
You really didn't have to try that hard. It's a very inclusive, understanding group.
I know, but I don't know that.
You know that now.
I know that now.
I mean,
I just don't know that. It's the same thing as like why I'm talking about it is because of the discussion of the day was first impressions.
Right. So
and
I kind of went into it with the thought process of like, oh, I remember Henry from high school. He was kind of a dick. But I knew that Alina would never date a dick. So I was like,
are you sure about that? Again.
So I'll keep it as vague as possible.
Again.
I will keep it as vague as possible for privacy.
Yeah.
What happened at the end was not the way it was in the beginning.
Oh, I know.
So in the beginning, everything was great. It wasn't until the end that things really got bad.
Terrible. Yeah.
Right. So when he came around, it just seemed like he was a good dude.
Good
right.
Dude, yeah.
And this is when I was gone too. This is part of the 4 years that I was away, or the 3 years I was away. So I wasn't there to see it. But I mean, if you ask either of them, I never had a good feeling about it. But
yeah,
again, when he came around, everybody loved him. Great person, whatever. It wasn't until afterwards. So I knew Alina wouldn't, at least initially, date a douchebag.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, he can't be that bad. Like, he was a grade below me. I never really interacted with him. I'll give him a shot. And then, like,
what was the thing that you thought made me a dick in high school?
So I will tell you part of it is like I didn't really know you that well. I just knew you in passing, right? Because we were both friends with Ben.
Yeah.
So like I hung out with Ben on my own time. You hung out with Ben outside of school and doing other things. You guys did the theater and all that. Although I don't think Ben ever did the theater, did he?
He didn't, no.
Okay. Either way, I knew you through Ben and that was it. But we never hung out.
Yeah.
Other than one occasion, which I think was a birthday at his house.
Yes.
So I had really only met you.
I think I remember a bouncy house being involved.
No, I remember the treehouse being involved.
There we go. There it is. There we go.
I remember you, like, you weren't a bad guy, maybe a little abrasive in the fact that you were just very energetic. Like, you were a lot more uppity than I was.
Yeah.
But that was really all I had basis to go off of. And then, you know, things between you and Ben got a little complicated. And then, like, I don't really know what happens. Now it's he said, she said, and I don't. So I just went into it kind of confused. I was like, I know Alina's not going to bring some jerk around. So
yeah,
I'm going to take it for what it is. And I kept an open mind. And I mean, now here we are doing a podcast together, you know, a year and a half later and good buddies and everything else, you know. So
I think
made the right decision.
Yeah, I think there's also an element of the high school self that I was where I didn't understand how big of a fish I was in a small bubble.
I feel like I've done the opposite. Like in high school, I thought I was just like the tiniest peon. Like people would just walk past me and pretend like I didn't exist. And I mean, like I was bullied in high school, like like all 4 years. It was bad, but like
was it for the teeth thing?
No, it was separate. But when I got out of high school and I realized how the world really worked, I was like, oh. No, kids are just assholes.
Yeah.
Like,
don't you want to go up to like?
It's not hard to get along with anybody. You just.
It's not.
It's not hard. You just have to have a little bit. I wish I could go back and redo high school. I would be a completely different. I have since high school. I've changed for better and worse, but I like who I am more now than I was then.
I think 100% of me is better now than I was in high school.
I mean. Like I said, I didn't really know you that well. We only really met that one time, but I like the Henry I got now. I'll take the Henry I have now.
He's a different guy.
Yeah, I understand.
Because I think even in this last year, like even in the last breakup that I went through, there was such a fundamental change of who I was.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was a bad situation just all around. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
toxic from the beginning, and like
it was just
you know, when you live like that long enough, it just kind of becomes part of you.
Yeah.
And it takes time to shed that kind of gunk off and
Yeah.
build yourself up. I respect you for doing it as quick as you did, genuinely.
COVID helped.
Well, I mean,
Because I'll only say that not even because it happened during COVID, is because because it happened in the year right before I met. No. The year I met Alina, like February of that year.
yeah, you guys met at the college, right?
Yeah.
Not the one down the road, but the one that's a little further away.
Another one down the road.
Oh, I thought you met at the community college.
Nope.
Oh, never
I
mind.
didn't go to the community college until this
I
year.
swear to God, Alina told me she met you at the community college playing Mario Kart.
I think that's Luigi. Might be Luigi.
Maybe?
Either way, no. I'm saying I met the person that I was with in college freshman year.
Oh.
Freshman year, met them in the theater department, and then we dated for 2.5 years or something like that.
I thought it was shorter than that.
And by the end of it, and we'll get back to the questions. I'm sorry, guys. But by the end of it, I was such a different human being after going through all of it, that my whole entire reality had to kind of crumble to nothing, and I had to build it all back up.
It's fair.
And it only took me 3 months to do it.
Which, I mean, is genuinely impressive. I mean, my best buddy, Jimmy, right? He's known him since middle school, been around forever. You know, been through a lot of stuff with him, and his last breakup, it was his first real relationship, and they dated for 2 years, and they moved in together and all that. It's been
With A?
Huh?
With A?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's been a while, and he's still having a hard time.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's first love stuff, right?
It's yeah. So I respect you for how quickly you were able to kind of just turn around.
It was, honestly, it was because I realized right when it happened that I no longer had anything. And it made it easier to find something.
It's like when you hit rock bottom, you can only go up.
Yeah. And, you know, in those months, I took inventory, or took a step back and noticed how I had failed in the relationship, because I think we all do. And we
but it
learn
also
from
goes
it
both
and
ways. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, of course.
One
I'm just-
person can be giving 100%, and if one person's only giving 50,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
But I think that the lessons that I taught myself through reviewing that relationship made me a better man for when I met Alina.
It's just life experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you had, say, theoretically met Alina the first time,
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Alina long enough. She probably would have turned you around some way or another. But I don't
Yeah, that's
think.
fair.
See, it's just hard because I didn't know you that well in the before times.
Yeah.
So
I mean, honestly,
can't really say.
I don't think I was that bad in high school. I think I was a stupid kid who made stupid choices.
I mean, in hindsight, I don't think you were a bad person. Just thinking back about it, I don't think I think that was just the persona I had given you because you were tall, skinny, and loud, and I
Yeah, that's fair.
was intimidated by that. So I was like, oh, this guy's a fucking dick. I don't want anything to do with him. So I think that was probably just what I personified you as, but I really didn't know who you were. You know what I mean? That was just me being defensive because everyone else up to that point was a jerk. So
Can I actually tell you something that I don't even think Alina or Julie know, is that up until February of that year, up until that breakup, I was that kid. I was loud. I was crazy.
Skinny.
I was,
a little more handsome.
yeah. But it took that for me to realize that part of the way that people perceive, it took me that long to realize how fucking big I was. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean by that? I'm a 6'2",
Don't say 6'2".
6'1"
There you go.
guy.
We're the same height.
Yeah, I feel like you're taller than 6'1", but anyways, I'm over 6 feet.
Right.
I'm literally a big presence.
Yeah, I mean,
in the room before I even opened my mouth. So the fact that I was loud on top of that, it's like, shut up, sit down, like, stop.
It's just intimidating. Like, if you don't have that confidence in yourself,
I'm scary.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Why don't we slam through the rest of these questions? We got 15 minutes.
Okay.
We can kill it.
Yeah.
All right. And then we'll talk offline.
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
And then we'll go more in depth into who we are and what we've done.
And then we're gonna have the we're gonna plug it one more time. We're gonna have an extra half hour for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Where we'll continue to talk about those sort of things. So if you want to get a little more personal with us, $1 a month for Patreon. All right.
Here we go.
Moving on. So we're on question 8. What is your idea of the perfect day? I answered, you haven't.
No, that's not true. Because you said picnic.
Didn't you say the perfect date for Julie would be to cuddle under a blanket and I spoon feed her Nutella?
No, it's to walk around your neighborhood and take in the serenity of life.
That's right. That was a different thing.
Yeah, we're on number 9 now.
Yeah, so what did Alina say for number 8 for you then?
The surprise me with a picnic.
Nope, that was for question 7.
Is that not?
That was question 7. So take me on a surprise picnic or couple massage was the answer to number 7. For number 8, what is your idea of the perfect day with your boyfriend? She said, walking the beach, looking for sea glass, going out to a nice dinner, taking the scenic route back to our place, then picking a movie while eating dessert.
That literally sounds like the best day of my life.
I mean, it just sounds like a really nice day.
Yeah.
It genuinely sounds like a nice day.
That's awesome. I've spent 3 hours on the beach watching Alina look for sea glass and trying my hardest to find sea glass. This woman is like a goddamn metal detector when it comes to that shit.
She's ridiculous.
She's insane.
Alina's just an animal. Let's leave it at that. All right.
I'm so proud.
I mean, in the best way possible.
I'm so proud that I somehow figured out how to be the guy she like ended up with.
You just gotta be nice. That's it.
No, I know.
Just be nice. That's literally her one barometer. If you're a nice guy, that's it.
Yeah, I know. But like, if you're just a nice person, she will literally like, oh, you want my arm? Let me just saw it off and like, give it to you. Like,
because she's that kind of person back to everybody.
She's incredible.
All right, question 9.
We should have them do this.
Ooh, that would be good.
Like on another episode. All right.
We'll make it the Patreon. If you could have any actor play your boyfriend in a movie, who would it be and why?
What do you think Julie said?
I hope she said Adam Conover, but I don't think any of you know who that is. So I'm gonna keep moving.
Isn't that Adam Ruins Everything?
You know Adam Conover?
Yeah.
I love Adam Conover. Great guy. He's getting a little intense, but I still like him.
Yeah, with the writer's strike thing.
Well, he just speaks the truth. I love him because he speaks the truth and he just doesn't care. And he's like, he did a comedy special. He did the G Word on Netflix. I love
every episode of that.
So good.
Wasn't it produced by Obama? like one of the most surreal, like Matrix-ish moments that I've ever had in my life is watching Adam Conover and Obama sit down to chat.
So I know Julie, and she doesn't know a lot of actors. So it can really only be a handful. Is he a comedy actor?
No.
No. Young or old?
Nope.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no? Young or old? No. Middle-aged?
Nope.
A child. The sperm. She wants me to be played by a heaping mound of sperm.
She's Eric Twite. It's Eric Twite. Who won the Great Sperm Race? Sorry, just keep going.
I forgot about that guy until you... God.
I need to get another shirt with his name.
I don't want to ever see that. All right, I have no idea. Just...
It says, I don't like real men, only my boyfriend.
What did I say? All right. What do you think Alina said for you?
That's what I mean by he's not young or old. It doesn't exist.
Just fair. It's fair.
All right, here we go. What do I think Alina said? Oh, you know who I think it is? Oh God, I forget his name. Let me look up his name.
You probably would not have forgotten this actor's name.
Is it Ryan Gosling?
No.
All right, that's the only actor. Is it Ryan Reynolds?
No.
I'm just thinking.
All right,
of
go ahead. Google who you want to Google.
Okay.
Because maybe you'll get it. I don't know. I don't know how you could forget this name personally.
What are you talking about? Glenn Powell.
No.
Okay, I've been told I look like Glenn Powell.
I met a guy who looked like Ashton Kutcher
I
at
don't
work
see
today.
it at all, but like, I have no idea. Okay,
I want to lead. Let me try to lead you there. He is a very distinguished comedy actor, and he's getting up there in age.
Oh Christ! Oh, she call me old. Will Ferrell.
No.
All right.
You get one more guess.
Steve Carell.
No, she said you look. You would be played by Jim Carrey. He's always making goofy faces and noises, and Jim Carrey would pull that off.
I'll take that. I'm okay with that. I'll take that. All right. So, if you were stuck on a question 10. If you were stuck on a deserted island and only had your boyfriend, a single AA battery, and a bundle of sticks, which would you eat first and why? What do you think Julie said?
I will say a single AA battery.
I will say this may be the question that she said you would have trouble with.
Would we just? I wouldn't do anything. We'd just die. We'd just perish.
No. I'll give you. So you only need your boyfriend, a single AA battery, and a bundle of sticks. Which would you eat first, and why? Which would she eat first?
What would she eat first? Mm-hmm.
Which would you eat first, and why?
Oh, what would I eat first?
No, she's answering the question.
Oh,
you crazy monkey man.
If you were stuck on a deserted island and only had your boyfriend, a single AA battery, and a bundle of sticks, what would you eat first? She would probably eat me first because that's just the realest answer. It's the only way you could survive.
What else? What? Okay.
She would eat my ginormous booty cheeks.
You're being more specific, but you're not on the right. You're on the right track, but like different.
Just tell me.
It just says his dick. Period. I will not explain. Period. She said she won't explain. You can't look confused.
I can look confused all I want. I can't read her mind. I don't know what's going on.
You've been dating for 8 years. You can kind of read her mind. What the hell did Alina say, though? All right. Boyfriend, single AA battery, and a bundle of sticks. Which would you eat first and why? She's probably going to say that she would eat the bundle of sticks.
She did say that.
Did she?
She did. So she said... I would eat the sticks.
I love this
because
woman.
It would give me time to think about a plan before we die. And if we have no other hope of getting off, we can eat the batteries together. Which she said batteries plural, but there's only one AA battery.
He's cracking in half.
So I mean,
Pop it.
We would have to get rid of the weakest link. So I think we really should eat Alina first because clearly
we're not all four on the island.
We are now.
Well, then there's 2 batteries.
One of those batteries is mine.
You guys both have a single AA battery. She's eating your dick.
Oh, I guess if
munching on the bundles of sticks. There's still 2 batteries.
Yeah, I guess while I'm having my penis gnawed off, you can just steal my battery.
Yeah. By the way, I don't think you're living through that.
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
I'm gonna bleed out.
A lot of blood.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of blood in that.
A lot of blood. Anyway, so
I wonder how easy
question
it would be to
11.
just rip it. All right.
If you could change one thing about your boyfriend, what would you choose and why?
Farts. She's gonna say farts.
Honestly, yeah, she did, but she said tummy troubles.
Yeah.
So she said, for his sake, of course, but mostly my nose, his tummy issues.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair because you've been around me. I stink up a room.
You do.
I clear a room.
You have been known to fart profusely.
It's noxious. It is.
I think we have well established the rules when I yelled at you 2 times ago to stop farting on my fucking couch.
Yeah.
And since then, you've been much better about it. And I told Alina I felt very bad for the way I said it, but I think I got my point across.
You got your point across to the point where like I thought about it later and I felt really bad.
Good. I'm glad you did. Because it doesn't happen anymore. I'm very happy about that.
Change happens with trauma.
What would Julie say about that? She would say nothing.
Change one thing about your boyfriend. What would you choose and why? Do you think it's nothing?
She either said nothing or I get frustrated.
Nope, neither.
Really?
One more guess I'll give you.
I wouldn't work so much.
Just to be a little less sweaty, but I think he'd want that more than I would.
I am a sweater.
I'm also
I sweat.
I'm a sweater. You're wearing a sweater.
Yeah, but it's also 40 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I do sweat. If I go to work and I come home, I'm dripping. I'm wet through my clothes. I sweat a lot.
I mean, you also work in one of the hottest
I do a pretty hot profession. But like if it's like a summer day and we go for a walk, like I'll get sweaty, like just walking around the neighborhood. I've just always been like that since I was a kid. I've just always sweat a lot. So that doesn't surprise me.
Okay, question 12. What is one thing that you want your boyfriend to know?
Oh, God. I feel like we're not going to really guess these, obviously, so I feel like we should just read them. You know what I mean? I don't know about you, but Alina gave you like 3 sentences.
She gave you 1 sentence. Would you like me to read it?
Oh, you actually have 2 sentences.
Would you like me to read it?
Go ahead.
There is nobody else that could replace him. His uniqueness is what makes him stand out.
That's very sweet. Alina said, I have never met anyone more passionate than he is. He is my perfect complementary half. My best friend and the best partner I've ever had and will ever have for the rest of my life.
We do have promise rings for that exact reason.
I see that.
Yeah. I love these things.
Wait, is that the mood one?
No, it's the one with it has clovers in it and it's engraved our...
You guys got those last month, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that when you took your Arcadia trip? Or was that right after?
It's when we got back.
Yeah, right after. Yeah. All right, so question 13. If you could get any superpower but never let your boyfriend know, what would you choose? Do you think you could keep it from him? What do you think your boyfriend would choose if the tables were reversed?
Oh, God. Okay, so first let's start out with this. What do you think? What would your power be?
What do I think Julie's power would be?
No. What do you think?
What do you think she would have chose for me?
Yeah.
I think she would have chose for me to fly.
Okay, what would your actual power be?
To fly.
Okay.
Or just the power to be awake at all times. To get rid of my biological weakness for sleep.
Dude, that sounds amazing. I think that Alina...
Hang on, I gotta actually look.
Okay, I think that Alina said that I would want to be able to be in 2 places at once.
No.
All right? What it actually would be is to teleport, because, oh my God.
No.
No, I'm saying what it would actually be.
Oh, to teleport? Teleport. I've thought about it. I would rather fly than teleport, because if I could fly, at least getting to wherever I wanted to go would be fun.
What if you're afraid of heights?
I can fly. Who gives a shit? What do you I'm not going to fall to my death. I can fly. There would be no fear of heights.
But think about it. You would never be late for anything ever again because you could teleport. Like, it could be 1 minute.
When I say fly, I don't mean fly the freaking speed limit. I'm saying I want to fly like Superman. I want to fly so unbelievably fast.
Sonic boom fast, yeah.
Right. I want to move. I want to get from here to Paris in under an hour. You know what I mean?
So like, it's virtually you're teleporting, but you're just doing it in style.
How badass would it be to do a Superman landing right into the concrete?
Yeah.
Although I guess
need to have superpowered knees.
All right, fine. I'll land real gentle, but I want to fly real quick.
I mean, you could be able to to land real hard. Maybe that's part of it.
What did Julie say my power that she thinks the power I would want would be?
He'd probably want to teleport. I wouldn't blame him. Go wherever the hell you want.
Fair.
Now,
both transportation powers. Alina said immortality for you.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I've heard you say that
but
before.
only if I could. I have a condition.
It's the snail problem, right?
What?
Like you wish you could be immortal but die whenever you wanted to.
No, it's more of I wish I could grant immortality to anybody who I wanted.
Oh, see, I would take immortality if I had the snail conundrum, right? Like, it doesn't have to be the snail conundrum. I'm just using that as a reference so everyone knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, I mean, if you live long enough to see the super death of like the super heat death of the sun, like I don't want to live through that. Like, I'll just perish.
Well, you're not. It's not invulnerability. It's immortality. So you never die, but you could just, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like what's the point of immortality? You just so it's not invulnerability. It's just simply you don't age.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not worth it at that point.
Why? If you could grant other people immortality.
Because then there's still risk. If you could do that, yeah, I get it.
Okay.
But then there's still risk involved. Yeah, you're immortal, but there's risk. There's still risk. If I'm going to be immortal, I want there to be no risk. If I jump off a building and land head first into a 360 swan dive into the concrete in Times Square, I want to survive.
So you want invulnerability, immortality, and the snail dilemma in the same time.
I want to be unkillable. Absolutely unkillable. Until I decide to kill him. Until my time comes. Which comes at my choosing.
Good save, my friend.
Until I KMS.
Yeah. So, what do you think that Julie said would be her power?
So, she probably said to talk to animals or to read minds.
Cool. She said to shapeshift. I want to be a cat, and hell no, I'd turn into a cat and sleep on his lap all day. It would be no secret.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, it's a really good answer.
All right, what do you think Alina's is?
I think her might be flying.
It is, yeah. She said she wanted to fly. She says, been a dream of mine since I was a kid. Seems so freeing. Plus, I get a place quicker. And yeah, I tell him so I can take him on rides.
That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. Here, so I'm going to give you these.
What superpowers do I want? Invisibility, stop time, see through walls.
Oh, no. None of the... Okay.
I want the trifecta.
If you ever have a person in your life, and this might be the open discussion of next week, but if you ever have a person in your life where you ask what superpower they would want, and they say invisibility, stop being their friend. That is a murderer. I don't see any
practical use for invisibility. Like, let's take the weird essay stuff out of it. There's no practical.
Who's writing an essay about that? Oh my God, I see what you meant.
Wow.
Stop it.
Wow.
Stop.
Well, I mean, that's what makes the whole stop time invisibility thing. That's what makes those powers so controversial, right? Because it's like, why would you want those things? The only thing you could do with those powers is steal. Walk into Walmart, grab that 4K, 120-inch, whatever, walk out. That's it. Yeah. You're not getting ahead by being invisible. All you're going to do is some freaky shit.
Or there's going to be a floating 4K TV walking out of Walmart.
That's my point. Like,
stopping time would be kind of cool because then you could sort of teleport.
It used to be my pick, but I was watching...
I think controlling time would be better.
Yeah. I was watching that anime Future Diary at that time, which is a really bad example.
All right.
But, like, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it involves, like, the god of time, basically.
I've heard... Kobe has seen it, and he's told me about it.
I can't remember it. Something Machina is, like, the god of time. But, like, he controls all this stuff, and it just looks sick. Like, basically, you become the god of time if you win his challenge. And I was like, that would be so freaking cool. But yeah, no, when I think of a more practical one, I would definitely want to fly because it would just help me so much. Like, I would never have to pay to travel. I could just go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. Although I think the airspaces would be a little difficult. I would definitely need like a walkie-talkie. I just need a whole CV radio on my back. So like the US Army can be like, this is restricted airspace.
Just like a backpack.
Yeah.
just put it in your backpack. I mean, if you're flying, this is not your first rodeo. You know?
Right. So like other than that, I can't think of a more practical power that I would enjoy more than flying.
And on that note, if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, go to patreon.com/Pixel Perfect Patreon to get another odd half hour for one.
It's the oddish half hour.
It's the oddish hour.
The oddish hour.
Oddish hour-ish. Because
it's a little too much ish.
Well, maybe we're talking about the Pokemon. Oddish hour-ish.
Talking about the penis.
Oh. So that's only going to be $1 a month, and you get 2 hours more of content because we release 4 a month. You get a half hour every single time that we release. Guys, if you want more of the podcast, well, you can come back every single Friday. We are going to be invading your ears. We're hopefully going to be there at...
I mean, I don't want to invade anybody. Let's keep it a little, less invadey. But hopefully you enjoy us and you just want to have us on in the car or in the gym or in the pool or in the shower.
Guess what? We are going to be posting at 4 a.m. on Friday, so even Evan can listen to us on the way to work. So...
early to rise, baby.
With all that being said, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your time, your effort, and I hope you stay beautiful. And we'll see you next week. Evan, do you have any final words, thoughts, questions, or concerns?
I mean, I have a lot of concerns, but none of them are really relevant at this time. I think we're good.
No final thing to send us off?
Henry?
Yes.
Thank you for just being so unbelievably handsome.
We should have stopped this. See you guys next time.
Have a good night.
Bye.